What is up, my dudes, and the one girl who feels like I didn't suffer enough on the first 1K in a day and wants to see me do it again? Here's your chance. This is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we kick this one off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. New videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. It just feels like all the time when it comes to recording and editing. You're welcome. It's for you. It really is. So today we just headed out of Camp Daniel Morgan, and that's where Jason Lives was filmed. I'm sure, I know you watched my last video and you're like, oh my god, this is such a great video, I can't wait for next week's video. So here it is. And yeah, we are heading home. The goal is to do the 1,053 miles today and just get home. It is 8:30 in the morning, so I mean that puts me home pretty late. Right now I'm projected for 17 hours, so we'll see. I mean, I already did 1K a couple days ago. I had a crazy weekend, so I mean, I don't care if I do this one or not, but it would be kind of fun to have, you know, two, like maybe make this trip back to back, you know, bookend it 1K in a days. Is that how you pluralize it? I don't know. It's still early. It's Sunday. I don't know. So I just fueled up, took all the pictures just in case. Worst case scenario, somewhere along my trip, I either stop at a friend's house, family's house, or grab a hotel and, you know, crash for a couple hours. Entertainingly enough, what was brought up, Doyle and I were talking about this. 1K in a day, you know, you have 24 hours to do it. Your average 1K, at least on the East Coast, from my experience, is about 16 or 17 hours, depending on your speed and depending on the route you take. So you could really just ride for like 8 hours, put in as much, you know, mileage as you want, go to sleep for like 5 hours, 6 hours, and still have plenty of time to finish a 1K. So unless you're trying to beat some speed records, I feel like that's kind of a big loophole that you could put in there. I've not actually read the directions. I'm sure Setzer Pendants could tell me more about this, but that kind of feels like cheating to me. I don't know. When you could just ride, nap, ride, whatever. I gotta tell you, one of the things I enjoy about camp the absolute most is Camp Daniel Morgan. No cell phone reception whatsoever. It is awful. So, I mean, you're basically like transporting yourself back to the 80s. You're living it. It's just camp games, it's camp cabins, camp counselors, the lake. You know, to have fun, we all get in the lake and just start shooting the shit and having fun and meeting people that, you know, we haven't talked to before or haven't seen since last year, having a good time. I mean, it's such a juvenile thing, but at the same time, it's such a great thing because we don't really do that anymore. We just kind of get lost in our phones and forget the world around us. So, I mean, that alone, you take away the whole Friday the 13th aspect, and that still just makes this such a great trip. So you just get to unplug a bit, minus like, you know, taking some videos here and there and some pictures, but no different than taking a disposable Kodak camera or something like that back in the day. So yeah, that part was just awesome. Like, I heard across the lake there was like a sunken cemetery, like on one of the islands, like tombstones were kind of like sinking into the ground. Couldn't look that up on Google. I just took a kayak, went across the lake and started looking for it. Couldn't find it. It was probably a rumor, but you know, that's the kind of stuff that happened back in the day. You had your imagination, you did fun things like that. It was just a good time. So yeah, I mean, that alone just made this trip so awesome. Well then, first state line crossed. I am now in South Carolina, South Kakalaki, whatever. So definitely taking a totally different way back to Boston, or, you know, Salem, the North Shore of Massachusetts. than I did getting down here. That's cool. A little bit more like, you know, stimulation for the brain, so I'm not just staring at the same crap as last time. That works. But yeah, let's hope that the weather holds out the way it has been, and it's a good trip. Man, South Carolina seriously needs to calm down. It's 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday, and I've seen at least a dozen cars pulled over by state troopers for no doubt speeding. I mean, they've got the troopers on bikes, SUVs, unmarked, and then just normal cars. Like, guys, come on. It's Sunday morning. People are just trying to get to where they're going. There's a fair chance you don't have a bunch of people doing triple digits who are completely hammered right now. Or like, just calm down. It's 4th of July tomorrow. Just stop breaking everyone's balls. Be nice. Come on. Alright, we just made it into North Carolina. Cruising along just fine. Hopefully a little less speed traps up this way. Did you see that giant peach back there? That's nuts. Tried to get my camera on in time. Hopefully it's there. That was, I thought Georgia was the peach state. We were definitely in South Carolina. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're having some sort of peach war. Fighting over who's got the best peaches. Maybe. Whatever. Probably getting gas soon. We've got, probably close to 200 miles in, give or take right now. So that's the other thing. A little sad. I had trip A and trip B on my odometer. On trip B, I haven't reset that since I started this trip. And I want to see like the exact number of miles I traveled. Because like, when I was over in the Tail of the Dragon and when I was, you know, zipping around all the other places that Doyle was taking me, honestly, don't even know what state I was in half the time. We've definitely crossed state lines a few times. I just wanted to keep track of all those miles. So not long back, I was just kind of stretching out, had my hands up on the handlebars, cruise control on, just chilling, and apparently I was hitting the trigger that resets all my like trip information. So I lost about 30 miles of measurement for this trip, 30 to 50, give or take, and I lost my grand total. So, whoops, I still have my actual odometer, so that's a thing. And I did take a picture of that in the beginning of the trip because I wanted to enter it for the 1K in a day stuff. So I can do math and figure out, like, you know, what the whole trip was by the time it's all said and done. It just kind of sucks. I like that whole, like, you know, quick check sort of thing. But, alright, that's my life right now. And my ass is sore already. This is going to be a long ride. Virginia is taking forever. I'm on Interstate 29, I think it is. Maybe it's an interstate. I don't know. All I know is there's red lights and that kind of sucks. The gas is really cheap, which I do enjoy. Well, really cheap in respect to everywhere else I've been going. It's kind of funny because somewhere back in like South Carolina, Google Maps was like, oh, we're gonna remap you to avoid the George Washington Bridge and avoid slowdowns. So even Google knows that New York is so jacked up that even in 10 hours or so, when I get to New York, George Washington Bridge is still going to be completely jacked up. So it's got me going this way instead, which I find highly entertaining. But yeah, I mean, as it stands, I'm projected to be home probably about 2 a.m. So this should be fun. Pretty much the time I woke up to head out on this trip is the time I'm getting back. Well, made it to Maryland, still alive. Traffic sucks up here though, man. This kind of sucks, but supposedly it's better than the George Washington Bridge. So that's good, I guess. I don't know. I am now a little over 450 miles from home, so I am past the point of no return for, you know, turning around and going back to the camp if I wanted to, I guess. I don't know. But I'm past the halfway point for the 1K as well. I got this. I got this. Of course, I've stopped to get gas and stuff like that. So now it says like I'll be home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. We'll see what I can do to make up some lost time. But whatever. I think I actually mentioned in the last one that it bumped me back to 2 a.m. So we're just going to keep plowing through and see if we can make up some time and maybe get it so we're not rolling in at 2 a.m. Let me tell you, like, Maryland roads are bumpy as all hell. Like, they look like they should be smooth, but they're so not. So I think I've actually completely destroyed my speakers finally. Just about any volume I have them on, they're crackling. But I expected this. There should have been new speakers in the fairing before I left, but they got delayed a few days. So I just ended up in some random town. I think I'm in New Jersey. I was supposed to stop on the highway and get some gas, but the plaza that had gas was closed. And man, I was riding the red line on the E, so took the first exit, didn't even see gas station signs, just saw hotel signs, and I was like, well, where there's hotels there's usually gas stations, so let's go for it. Luckily that worked out. So yeah, it is dark as hell. It is 9 o'clock at night. I still got 4.5 hours to get home. Oh, it's going to be a fun one. And a dark one. So yeah, I'm going to get back to that now. So look, it is legit 10:30 at night, and the GW Bridge in New York is still packed. This is so dumb. Like, what are you guys doing? New York sucks. This is just crap. I traveled this so I didn't have to deal with traffic. Like, doing the whole Sunday thing, doing it like not on the 4th of July, was so I didn't have to deal with all this crap. And yet, here all you assholes are, plugging up the highway and doing a really bad job at it. Like, you guys just suck at driving too. Like, you drive like the Jets play football. Like absolute garbage. This is so bad. Oh man, I just want to get the hell out of New York. Like, look at all this traffic. It is 10:30 at night on a Sunday. Like, tomorrow's 4th of July. Like, most places are closed. Where are all these people going? This is so dumb. And while we're on this, why does it cost $16 to go over the GW Bridge? This bridge is a giant turd. Like, the roads completely suck. The bridge itself looks like it's falling apart. Where are you putting all of this money, New York? It's definitely not into fixing up this shit-ass bridge you got. Last year when I came through here, there was like this freaking pothole that could have been a swimming pool in the middle of it. Like, you're not even like fixing stuff. You're charging us to drive through like shit. You guys, you suck. Like, fix your shit, New York. Look at this dipshit. He's on 2 cell phones. He's not even on 1 cell phone. He's on 2 cell phones. Like, how much of an asshole do you have to be? Like, you're not even supposed to like text and drive. This dude's like, you know, I got 2 hands. Might as well use 2 phones. You're an idiot. Go drive into a wall. You're so dumb. So I'm up on the Mass Pike. I just hit another 1,000 miles, so another 1K in a day done. It is 12:46, so 1:45 in the morning. Let this be a lesson, all you women out there. My wife was like, "Oh, you're not gonna do another 1,000 miles. Like, that's too much." So, being stubborn, here I am. Did it. About an hour from my house. So yeah, it's pitch black. I'm not using the GoPros anymore for the night. So we're just gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video with friends, share it with family, share it with that one girl you know who tells her husband that he can't do things and then he gets super stubborn and does it anyway. She loves this stuff, trust me. And I'll see you all on the flip side.